Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky. I'm Jana.
I'm Jason.
And we are living lucky. I hope you are too. That just means we feel grateful, we feel blessed.
We feel chosen.
We're winning.
It's my favorite day.
Every day is his favorite day. If you haven't caught on to him.
Doesn't that suck? It's Tater's favorite day back there.
Today we're talking about decluttering. Decluttering. What does that mean to you?
No.
Sheila's back. Oh my
morning.
goodness. Good morning, Sheila. We have missed you, my friend. We're talking about decluttering.
Take out the papers and the trash.
Yes. I was watching a quest on my Mind Valley this morning, and the topic was decluttering. Does that mean your physical space? Does that mean your thoughts? Does that mean your emotions? Does that mean your energy? What does decluttering mean?
Does that mean
to
your
you?
car? Does that mean the junk in your trunk?
Sheila says, I'm here. The party doesn't start till Sheila is here. Decluttering.
Yeah, so that can mean a whole lot. Does that mean your friends?
Ooh.
That could hurt. That could sting a little.
Yeah, you had to take it there, didn't you, Jason?
Does that mean what you watch on TV? There's so much decluttering.
Yeah, we could declutter a lot
And
of
I think
things.
that's where it's a segmentation of, I mean, you can't focus on it all, right? But you do need to be intentional and decide, where are we going to focus now?
True.
And because this is what we did, is we said, I think what we did was we looked at specific areas and we just started working on things.
But if I'm to be completely transparent, we have decluttered in one area, and then it feels like, and tell me if I'm wrong, but things start to creep up in another area. For example, in our case, we really intentionally went through our house. We took this whole feng shui class, and
everybody feng shui tonight.
Okay, yeah. We did that too. And we rearranged and we moved things in the house to create this new energy and really clean things up. But now we have stacks of books. Stacks of books.
You'd be surprised at how many books that feng shui requires.
No. What I'm saying is now we have started to collect books.
So it's sometimes.
And we don't have the bookshelf space for all of our books.
Yeah, we need some shelfers.
Right?
Anybody know any shelfers?
You would think that our ancestors were probably shelfers, right? So why can't they build us some shelves to put our books on?
Sometimes decluttering can be like that old game, Hungry Hungry Hippo, where you're going in and you declutter one little area and like all these marbles fill in behind you over here.
What I'm saying is, actually, we have a neighborhood garage sale coming up on the 15th.
I do not want to get rid of books.
But we've read them.
I know,
we've read them, and we have the knowledge in our head.
I get so much more the second time I read a book.
We don't have time to read a book a second time.
You say this.
There's so many more new books.
There are more new books, but
so we need to let it go.
Jana's not a book rereader, and she's not a movie rewatcher.
I just feel that it's time that we share those. Think of it this way: we could share that knowledge with other people.
This is something we're going to have to really pray on.
Frame it. Pam says, put a library box on a post in your yard, and then we would have the joy of watching all the people
take our
come
books
and say, hey, let's go see what Jana and Jason are reading. And then they could read it.
They're going to leave a book, just so you know.
Okay, there you go. It's a give and take, a reciprocity thing.
So we're going to have the same number of books.
That's not the point. Okay, well, maybe yeah, that's defeating the point, right?
We need a shelfer.
At any rate, we're talking about decluttering because I do feel that when things start to clutter up, there's reasons And when you really stop and think about it, I feel, and this is my opinion, the areas in our houses where we start finding clutter often have to do with the areas of our lives where we feel a little cluttered or chaotic or unfocused.
So smart.
Or that we're procrastinating or not wanting to deal with, not wanting to step in and really take control or ownership of. What do you think? Or maybe there's blocked energy there.
Like my drawers. My junk drawers.
Now he's being funny.
No,
I thought you were saying like your underpants.
Oh. Well.
I'm like, please take ownership of your underpants.
I'll be the master of my domain. But there's because we did clean out.
Oh dear.
We cleaned out my closet. Or our closet.
He says his closet, and that is true. Jason actually has way more shoes than I have. Way more shoes. He's got like 3 times more shoes than I have. But I guess you walk on yours.
I wear them out more. Yeah. I scuff them up.
Mine have never touched the ground.
I know. We should be able to take yours back theoretically.
I still have shoes that I had in high school, which is really kind of...
Because your feet are so slim. And
I have shoes that I've had for 30-something years. Can you believe I'm going to have my 30... I think it's my 30...
Your reunion?
30th reunion. Is that right? Can that be right?
It can be, only if you believe it so.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I just swirled us off. I'm so sorry. Talk about decluttering my mind.
Yeah, that kind of
I've got a lot on my brain.
So junk drawers, but it tends to be that I'll clean it all out, like, and my junk shelf also, because the junk drawer gets full.
I feels like you're saying drunk shelf.
That's because it's hard to say those words.
Do we all have a drunk drawer?
a junk drawer and a junk shelf, like where you come in and unload all your pockets. Peter Brady's got one, I know. But when you unload your pockets and you just put things on the shelf, like receipts and things, and matchbooks and toy cars and whistles and
frogs.
Rocks that you put in your pocket because they're cool.
Jacks. He always had jacks in his pocket, right?
But then you don't
Nobody even knows how to play jacks.
You don't pack them the next day. You plan to go through them at the end of the week, but you never do.
Okay, here's Jason's secret. He puts all of the stuff he pulls out of his pockets, he puts it on the 3rd shelf, which is just high enough to where I can't see it.
So then she puts clothes up there and then I pull them off and everything goes on the floor.
Yes. When I go to put his folded laundry up there, I put his laundry up there. All of these pennies and chapsticks.
I love chapsticks.
And business cards and sometimes things that I'm like, where did this come from? Like foam balls and rubber band bracelets. And I think, holy moly, where have you been?
These are how I remember things.
This is stuff we need to declutter. And
they are things we need to declutter.
It does not need to be in our closet.
True.
Right?
I completely agree.
And when we
I need an art room.
When we clutter up our space, it really is just a reflection of what's going on emotionally and mentally.
Yeah. And that when I was working in that environment, there was a lot of chaos kind of going on in keeping up with all the things that I had to do all the time. Mm-hmm. And then also following up with everyone I always need to follow up with. And I was very panicked about all that. So I felt like I needed to save everything. And I didn't. I mean, there were systems in place to do all that. Mm-hmm. So helping me declutter.
Do you feel that way about books now?
I don't feel that way about books. The thing is, and I do feel like I get more the second time. So the more we grow, mm-hmm. I get to come at things with a different perspective. So the first time I read a book, mm-hmm. I get so much out of it.
Okay.
The second time I read a book, once I've had time to apply what I've got out of the book,
right,
I get so much more because we're reading things that are they're enjoyable reading for me, but they're very knowledge driven.
Right.
And
that is true.
life application driven. So once I get to apply, realize how it applies to my life and other people that I'm working with, then when I read it the second time or the third time, I'm like, holy crap, I missed this the first time through.
Amy says there's only a few books I really enjoy reading. It's so hard to sit through it when I know what's coming. Wait until you read my book. Wait until you read Jana's book, which I'm working on now. Ooh. Good morning, Jeffrey. And Pam says, I get that. Makes sense. I think she is agreeing with you. Sheila says, Amanda decluttered. I came home with curtains, military uniforms, and more. She knows mom will sell it at a garage sale.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. That is awesome. That is awesome.
But the other thing is about like decluttering our thoughts, because so many thoughts come through our head today. And making sure that we are saving the right thoughts and working with the right thoughts. And I get that. And that kind of, I'm correlating that with the books, which I kind of correlated back to what we watch on television. And I need to be more specific, because you're right. There's no time in the world to go through all the books that I keep. And I just need to make a list of what are the real books that are going to matter the most.
Oh, we're making progress.
And allow someone else, and just pass them on to my clients, pass them on to people to say, hey, check this out. I got some, because even if you get one or two things from it for life application,
yes,
it's massive. I mean, we share a lot of it here.
Yes.
But or some of it. I mean, we can't share it all. We share one thing here a day. And a lot of times we just reiterate something.
So let's take this even to the next one. How do we start decluttering? And the first thing is to just become aware. So look around your physical space. Where in your space is a little bit cluttered? Because there is actually science that shows people who have houses or physical spaces that are picked up and organized are actually healthier, believe it or not. And I won't let Jason make up the statistics for you.
No. I was just thinking about my trip to Dallas. I was decluttering my backpack, so I had room.
Yeah.
And I had 9 books in there, and I was actually reading.
How do you carry around 9 books?
I was actually reading 7 of them at the time. Okay,
so.
But I was like, why am I taking 2 more? I don't need to start 2 when I'm reading 7.
See, he's like a little boy. He wants to do it all. He's like, I want to read it all. Hey, the librarian would say you could only check out 3 books. 3 books, little Jason. You can only check out 3.
A couple of those books were for assignments. So I was like, we were on certain chapters in those.
Jason comes back with okay, I'm a new person now. I have a new library card named.
Jason has a book. JP has a book.
Yeah, I'm checking this one out for my mom. I'm checking this one out for my dad.
Mom needs books.
I'm checking this one out for my sister.
So becoming aware is
becoming
key.
Aware, taking inventory, and actually making a list. Okay, where is it that I want to declutter? And then just taking baby steps towards that. So can I set aside 30 minutes today?
Little time blocks.
30 minutes.
And this is the goal for that 30 minutes.
30 minutes and do just a little decluttering. And when we declutter our physical space, let's just challenge ourselves and see if it makes a difference emotionally and mentally and energetically.
Yeah, that's great. I love it.
Are you up for the challenge?
I'm up for it.
Okay.
If you can't find 30 minutes a day, you need more help than that.
All right. Amy says, if you want to purge through your book collection, go through the books you don't want to keep and donate them to local friends if the library deposit in your local book box, or
donate soup kitchen or shelter. Love it.
Shelter. Good advice. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. You all rock. You all rock. And I roll.
Hit some type of emoji.
Hit the thumbs up, hit a little smile or the laugh, and we will see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.
As we all make our list of decluttering.
Am I here tomorrow?
Bye-bye.
If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.